2025 Chevrolet Corvette ZR1 vs 2024 Chevrolet Corvette are the sibling rivalry comparison. The 2025 Chevrolet Corvette ZR1 is a quantum leap beyond the 2024 Chevrolet Corvette. It's essentially a different beast altogether. Power and performance. 2025 Chevrolet Corvette ZR1 boasts an insane 1,064 horsepower from a twin-turbocharged 5.5-liter V8. This makes it the most powerful Corvette ever produced. 2024 Chevrolet Corvette, while still impressive, offers significantly less horsepower compared to the ZR1. Specific numbers vary depending on the trim: Stingray, Z51, Z06. Key differences. Engine: the ZR1's twin-turbo V8 is a new engine, designed specifically for extreme performance. Aerodynamics: the ZR1 has aggressive aerodynamic enhancements to handle the immense power and speed. Chassis and suspension: the ZR1's chassis and suspension are tuned for maximum track performance. Interior: while both Corvettes offer a luxurious interior, the ZR1 might include additional performance-oriented features. A quick comparison. Feature: 2025 Chevrolet Corvette ZR1. Power: 1,064 horsepower. Engine: twin-turbo V8. Aerodynamics: aggressive, performance-oriented. Chassis: tuned for maximum track performance. Feature: 2024 Chevrolet Corvette. Power: varies by trim. Engine: naturally aspirated V8. Aerodynamics: standard Corvette aero. Chassis: balanced for street and track. In essence, the 2025 Corvette ZR1 is a supercar-level performance machine, while the 2024 Corvette is a high-performance sports car. If you're looking for the ultimate Corvette experience, the ZR1 is the clear choice. Would you like to know more about specific trims of the 2024 Corvette, or perhaps compare the ZR1 to other supercars? The Corvette ZR1 is the most extreme version yet of the iconic sports car, with a number of substantial upgrades over the current Corvette Z06. The 2025 Chevrolet Corvette ZR1's LT7 shares its capacity and basic architecture with the Z06 LT6 but makes 394 extra horsepower. The 1,064 horsepower output comes via two turbochargers and pushes the estimated top speed to over 215 miles per hour. The ZR1 is also distinguished by more extreme aerodynamics, including a hulking rear wing. The Chevy Corvette Z06 is a beast. This premium sports car pushes out a whopping 670 horsepower from its wailing flat-plane crank V8, ripping to 60 miles per hour in 2.6 seconds in car and driver testing. But the Corvette development team never rests, and Chevy is now launching the pinnacle of the sports cars lineup, the 2025 Corvette ZR1. While the Z06 is absurdly capable in its own right, Chevy made a host of intricate changes to extract even more performance out of the Corvette platform. To understand how the ZR1 will attempt to improve upon the already superb Z06, let's break down the key differences between the two Z-badged Vettes. LT7 vs LT6. While both Corvettes contain flat-plane crank 5.5-liter V8s, the two units are substantially different. The ZR1's LT7 is based on the same small-block Gemini architecture as the Z06 LT6, but the biggest change is that the ZR1's engine adds a pair of turbochargers. But Chevy didn't just strap a pair of boost producers to the LT6, the LT7 also received a host of meticulous updates. The combustion chamber grows larger and, along with the exhaust and intake ports, is custom-made for the LT7. The intake system also had to be entirely revised to accommodate the two turbos, and the V8 gains intelligent anti-lag engine calibration that adjusts to the owner's driving style. Chevy also added a secondary port fuel injection system to account for the LT7's colossal output and reworked the valve train timing. Speaking of output, Chevy touts the ZR1 as the most powerful factory-built Corvette. The ZR1 produces 1064 horsepower at 7,000 RPM, a massive 394 horsepower increase over the Z06 that also occurs 1,400 RPM sooner. The LT7 is also capable of churning out a maximum 828 pound-feet of torque at 6,000 RPM, whereas the Z06 produces a measly in comparison 460 pound-feet at 6,300 RPM. Chevy estimates the Corvette ZR1's top speed at over 215 miles per hour, while the claimed VMAX for the Z06 is 189 miles per hour. Chevy also says the ZR1 will be capable of a sub-10-second quarter-mile sprint. In car and driver testing, the current Z06 completed the same run in 10.5 seconds at 131 miles per hour. Chevy didn't provide a quote for the 0 to 60 mph dash, but we don't expect the ZR1 to be much quicker since the tires will likely struggle to translate all 1064 ponies to the pavement. The large jump in power meant the 8-speed dual-clutch transmission shared with the Z06 needed upgrades. The ZR1 features beefier inner and outer input shafts, stronger gears, better oil management, and increased control valves to deal with a higher required clutch clamp load. Hardcore, functional looks. The ZR1 looks considerably meaner thanks to a focus on extreme aerodynamics that are said to generate over 1,200 pounds of downforce at top speed. While the standard ZR1 wears a small rear wing and a front underwing with deflectors, the real party arrives with the ZTK Performance package, which straps on a ginormous high downforce rear wing. The package also throws on carbon fiber front dive planes and a carbon lip spoiler, while replacing the standard underwing with more advanced underbody strakes. The dramatic looks are heightened by a wide vent that allows air to flow through the hood, adding front downforce and passing through an intercooler. The same wishbone-shaped side intake is present from the Z06, but it has now sprouted an additional duct to help cool the rear brakes. The rear hatch is dotted with carbon fiber inlets that direct cool air into the turbochargers. The rear hatch also features a split window design that recalls the iconic 1963 Corvette, and Chevy says the vented carbon fiber spine between the two windows improves heat extraction. The wheels measure 20 inches up front and 21 inches at the rear, same as the Z06. Like the Z06, the ZR1 comes standard with Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires but can be upgraded to Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 rupees via the ZTK package on the ZR1 and the Z07 package on the Z06. Other goodies. The ZR1 also adds new brakes. Chevy says it used revolutionary carbon ceramic rotor manufacturing technology to make the brakes more resilient and better at managing temperatures. Still, the rotors are the same size as those found on the Z06-Z07 package, measuring 15.7 inches up front and 15.4 inches at the rear. The Z06 two-piece front calipers have been replaced by monoblock units on the ZR1. The ZR1 also gains a carbon fiber roof and unique aluminum wheel designs that are offered in 4 finishes, including edge blue. The engine intake can be painted the same hue, and the ZR1 also can be had with a unique carbon fiber wheel design. Inside, the changes are minimal. The ZR1 badge appears on an interior plaque, the sill plates, and the steering wheel. The ZR1's 3LZ trim also gets a unique stitch pattern on the doors, and the instrument cluster gains a boost gauge. A new habanero hue is offered for the cabin, and buyers can spec blue stitching in brake calipers. Although you have to look closely to spot most of the ZR1's upgrades, except that show-off rear wing, the changes add up to make an even sharper track-focused car. Plus, a 394 horsepower bump isn't too shabby.